What is up? It's your boy Vish for Life, and we're here addressing the College Football 26 Deep Dive Gameplay blog style. We're going to go ahead and watch this trailer. They do have a gridiron notes that we're going to also review. Should be a fun-ass time. As you remember with the Madden video, they dropped a lot of nuggets. I expect to see a lot of similar things in this one, but we also know they're going to add a little college flavor touch to it. Super excited. These games are so close, y'all. It's 6:20 as of recording this video, and college football early access starts July 7th, so we don't have much longer to wait. Anyways, let's dive in and see what they're talking about for this College Football 26. Ooh.
Welcome to the EA Sports
Ooh.
College Football 26 Gameplay Deep Dive.
Damn.
We'll share details
They
about
hitting.
a massive playbook expansion, all new player types and abilities, improvements to wear and tear,
Okay.
new control mechanics, stadium pulse, physics-based tackling, and a lot more. Let's get into it. With real coaches comes a massive playbook expansion. For the first time ever, over 300 real college football coaches bring their
Having
unique
coaches is
styles
definitely going
and
to be a
authentic
W.
play calling to the game, delivering distinct program identities and
About to see some
more
wild-ass
play calling
plays, aren't we?
variety. Over 2,800 new plays and over 45 new formations have been installed. New option types, motion types, bizarre plays and formations from
That play
last
was
season
crazy as hell.
are at your fingertips.
Ooh.
And they're all tuned so you can craft a strategy that feels like your favorite program. 10 brand new player archetypes and rebalanced abilities, now 84 total,
85
are designed
abilities.
to showcase the wide variety of skill sets
through
we see
2
in
tackles?
college football every Saturday. Improvements to
God,
how
they gotta get their
abilities
tackling
scale
up.
are based on performance. When a player gets hot, their physicals receive a substantial boost. And platinum tier abilities will automatically upgrade to the
King of the
new, more
pitch.
powerful Heisman tier. The Heisman tier captures those unexplainable moments when a player single-handedly takes over a
Damn.
game.
Oh, they put the one-handed
New
catches in there
field
now?
vision
Okay.
Introduces more realistic challenges for quarterbacks. Shorter quarterbacks will now have more limited vision when surrounded by taller linemen.
You see the
And
fade.
receiver icons will fade as they come in and out of view.
So that would be normally easy for because it's shorter. It's going to be
To
harder.
ensure balance around how different abilities affected wear and tear during hits and tackles, every ability in the game was reviewed and adjusted. New customizable
I wish you see injuries
auto-sub
online, man.
options
I know people don't
let
like
you
it,
tailor
but I
personnel
love to see
decisions
injuries
to
online.
strategically handle wear and
head-to-head
tear
games.
for every position. Take complete control with adjustable impact settings and battle real-world conditions with new weather modifiers that impact wear and tear. And you'll get instant feedback
Game
with
looks
new
clean, too.
pre-snap visual cues that can affect a player's demeanor, indicating their condition right on the field.
Okay.
Updates to physics-based tackling make better tackles.
That's my biggest
actually
complaint from
feel
College Football
better.
25 is the tackles
New
didn't really feel like they had a lot of
tackle
weight to
types,
them.
tackles and
This
lunges,
looks like they
and new
addressed that.
timing-based skill mechanics offer more tools to disrupt and dictate the game.
Ooh,
With
okay.
new authentic audio for big hits that adds realism
Damn.
and variety to defense. New dynamic subs allow real-time roster management without breaking from the action.
Yeah, so you can sub the people in the game now on the field.
Strategy of every game. Make informed personnel decisions and get your starters back out there with
They got people
one
messed
button
up,
press. A rebuild of offensive and defensive line interactions redefines trench battles.
Yo,
Control the direction
I'm
of
letting
your
y'all know
blocks
now.
with new block steering.
The
which
trench
factors
play
in player
in these
attributes
games.
like
Oof.
strength and momentum for more realistic line of scrimmage play. And the addition of stunts and twists delivers
stunts and
more
twists
depth
changed the
and
game
control
up.
and pass rush.
They changed the
12
game up,
different
man.
types of stunts offer a
Now you have
range
different
of
ways to
strategic
attack your
options
opponents.
before
Boy.
the snap, providing a new layer to the chess match at the line of scrimmage. We're
Let's go.
introducing adjustable defensive zones for more precise control.
That's how you counted the
over
cuts and
pass
stems.
coverage. Adjust the depth of where your safeties line up in coaching adjustments.
Okay.
Fine-tune your defensive strategies in real time and outsmart opponents.
I want to see this. Hold on. Let's
Smart
back up.
opponents. Fine-tune your defensive strategies in real time and outsmart opponents.
I like the cuts and stems, but man, you gotta like be quick and know what you're really trying to do on there.
Thing. But for visitors, stadium pulse in college football 26
Oh, this looks
is
insane.
louder, tougher, and more personal, elevating the chaos of night games at already tough-to-play places. More intense
Wow, look
camera
at this.
shake, new visual disruption,
Jesus.
and distorted clocks will throw off your timing
Oh,
and
no, not the distorted
communication
clock.
with dynamic intensity depending on the
Yo,
game situation.
This
or
is
career
wild.
moment.
I mean, you don't see this in online head-to-head, but it's
Pre-order
crazy
the
they got
MVP
this.
bundle includes both EA Sports College Football 26 and Madden NFL 26.
Gameplay deep dive, let's get it. Hey there, college football fans. Welcome back to the Campus Huddle, your source for all news and updates straight from the developers of EA Sports College Football 26. We know some of you have got a hands-on look at our early version of College Football 26 for the closed beta, but we have so much more to share with you. We're excited to bring you the first deep dive of the season. Gameplay is here. Before we get started, Campus Huddle, let's take a look at the official gameplay deep dive video hosted by Kurt Street, which you just saw. Cool video. Now let's dive further into the gameplay, bringing the design director Scott O'Gallagher. Take it away, Scott. What's up, football fans? Good to see you again. I'm Scott O'Gallagher, design director for College Football 26. We're gonna kind of skip for a little bit. They're basically saying they know that they want to go into the next chapter, so we're gonna dive in. Pre-game. This year, our gameplay model is what we call the 4-minute offense. Why? Because after putting up points on the board last year, we wanted to come right back out, take control, and march down the field again and put the game away. That means staying true to foundational vision, to continue to solve football problems with football solutions, and execute on what matters most. Similar to last year, our gameplay is built around 3 core pillars that keep the drive alive, all 22 plus. Continuing emphasis on player control and player differentiation, with the plus speaking about everything that surrounds those 4 lines. Player away, customization and tools for players to make them feel like their favorite signal callers, while building on the team differentiation, offering 136 plus ways to play. Stories of Saturday, we're adding more soul and personality between the whistles, building on the emotional foundation 25 to make every moment feel like a memory in the making. Get them out! Dynamic subs, no more pausing, just playing. For as long as football games have existed, making substitutions meant pausing the game, diving into menus, and breaking the flow of the action. With the addition of wear and tear and confidence and composure, you told us you wanted more options when it comes to moving players in and out. We listen. Introducing dynamic subs, a new feature that brings in real-time roster management directly into the field. Now strategic substitutions can happen seamlessly without ever leaving the action. Sub control. It couldn't be any easier. During pre-play, simply press up in the D-pad to instantly access who is on the field and cycle in players out by tapping left to right on the D-pad. Just like traditional depth chart subs, once you make a change, it sticks, ensuring your line decisions remain strategic, deliberate, and impactful. Whether you're matching personnel against specific formations or respond to player fatigue, this feature keeps you locked into the rhythm and flow of the game. Now, this isn't a bad feature at all. I think if you are like heavy with your making your own subs before you pick or play, it may not come to use more. But if you're ever caught in the instance where you have someone in and you realize, oh dang, I don't want them in there, you can kind of pull this up and kind of rectify it. With the wear and tear in college, this gives you a good rate of seeing like who's messed up, who isn't. So it is something that is definitely worth looking at and seeing. I think it just gives you more options. I think they're really trying to be more prominent of getting people to get people out of the game like should be, and it's a good system that does it. Not something I can see myself using too much, but at the same time, I should use it since it's there, if that makes sense. Smarter subbing with tailored filters. The streamlined substitutions even further when you introduce a targeted filter that gets the right players on the field quicker. Defense. Manage your entire defense unit at once or quickly jump to specific groups like your linebackers and defensive line. Offense. Cycle between your full offense, skill players, offensive line, ensuring you make exactly the right sub at exactly the right time. Reset the starters. Once your best guy is back out there immediately, hit square on PlayStation or X on Xbox and your starters are instantly back in. So I like that they give you a way to kind of instantly, put the people in there. It's good. Subbing is about fresh plays, also about knowing exactly who's ready to go and who needs a break. Within the on-the-fly sub interface, you can clearly now see wear and tear indicators. Visual PIP indicators show the most impacted body parts tied directly to our wear and tear system. You'll easily see which body part is banged up and how bad. Overall ratings instantly access each player's current effectiveness, helping you make the smartest personal decisions on the fly. Why wasn't this always there? See, I always ask myself, like, this is so good, like, why wasn't it here earlier? Internally, the reaction to on-the-fly subs has been awesome, and once you experience else, you wonder how you ever play without it. It's one of those intuitive and seamless features that immediately becomes essential. It feels like football, it plays like football, and it's about time it arrived. Wear and tear everywhere. We are thrilled by your response to wear and tear since last year, introducing a completely new physics-based damage mechanic that's always a bit nerve-wracking, but your enthusiasm showed us we hit the mark. Wear and tear was never meant to be just another entry system. It was designed as a gameplay balance mechanic, bringing real strategic depth and meaningful roster decisions. The foundation was set, and now we continue to build on it. Wear and tear was a good thing for college football. I truly felt if you let your quarterback get hit too much with blitzes, you let people take a lot of hit sticks, like it hurts them. And it was good to see that. I just hate the fact that I know it's a video game, but people feel like they could just put their players in these situations, like catching over the middle and getting their head knocked off. Quarterbacks getting hit up all the time. And there is no counterbalance. Wear and tear introduced the counterbalance, which I am super excited that we have. So love that they made it. Love that it's here. Anyways, clean up on aisle 26. Before expanding on the system, our first priority was to address some of the tough to reproduce bugs while continuing to improve balance. We went after complicated issues like players awkwardly stacking on each other without playing properly. This was a major fix. Then we carefully reviewed and adjusted each ability in the game, ensuring accurate balance and how each ability impacted wear and tear during hits and tackle. Sub your way. Another key improvement and something we clearly asked for was making it easier and more strategic to manage players based on their wear and tear. We saw the different coaching philosophies and how you played. Some of you keep your stars on the field no matter what, pain be damned. Others rotate constantly, prioritizing freshness and long-term durability. Both approaches are valid, and now the system fully supports how you want to coach. To accommodate these diverse styles, introduce fully customizable wear and tear auto sub-settings and sliders, bringing unprecedented depth to player management. Here's how the options go. Default, standard CPU substitution logic. Keep fresh, inspired by real rotation strategies like Michigan's frequent running back substitutions. Grind it out for teams that want to keep their best player in the field as long as possible. Players push through being banged up and only sub out when absolutely necessary. Custom, player sub based on the lowest health observe. Specific body part give you precise control. Users can now be tailored to substitution strategies based on wear and tear, accessible directly from the main or coaching adjustment menu. You have full control over when the player subs in and out, ensuring every decision is aligned with your game plan. This I see is more like a franchise thing, but it's cool that you could basically override the wear and tear substitution system. You're not really responsible for not managing on your own. You can have these filters on so that the game kind of knows what you're angling for. Well, it is a nice way to kind of follow back up and keep that going, which is good to see. Pain is temporary, dynasties are forever. Let's see. We're gonna skip through that one because I think this is more about dynasty. Hold on, let's say, weather the storm, win the game. Though conversations with real coaches of players, one recurring theme emerged clearly. Weather significantly impacts players' wear and tear. Reflecting this real-world insight, we integrated weather-based modifiers into the wear and tear system, visualizing the damage. If your quarterback health dips below 60%, you'll clearly see it reflected in his pre-snap demeanor. Depending on whether he's dealing with the upper or lower body damage, he might roll his shoulders, shake out his arm, or generally kick out a sore leg as he approaches the line of scrimmage. I like that detail. This subtle but impactful touch provides an immense visual clue to QB's condition, making wear and tear feel more alive, connected to your in-game decisions than play than before. More than just a rating. Last year, your toughness rating determined how much damage a player to a specific body part after contact. This year, we're taking a step further. Now, toughness also affects recovery, dictating how quickly each body part heals over time. That means that the same rating that helps the player absorb hits also plays a direct role on how fast they bounce back. It's deeper, more realistic reflection of what toughness truly means in college football. Okay. The Heisman tier, taking elite talent to the next level. Last year's introduction abilities led a strong foundation of capturing the explosive dynamic essence of college football. This year, we're building on that foundation, rebalancing existing abilities, introducing new ones, significantly expand our player archetypes, and delivering authentic moments that reflect the true drama of Saturdays. And they build on the expanded archetypes. Archetypes have been expanded college football 26 with 10 brand new additions, each crafted to reflect the unique and electrifying skill set seen every Saturday. These archetypes are intentionally diverse and all two share the same ability loadouts. You'll hear more about them in the upcoming Campus Huddle Dynasty Deep Dive. Okay. The out-of-body experience. One of our core objectives this year was capture what we call the out-of-body experience, those jaw-dropping moments where an elite player single-handedly changes the course of the game. To achieve this, we completely redefine how abilities scale when a player gets hot. Momentum matters more than ever. When a player starts to cook, their physical abilities receive substantial boost. If a player already holds a platinum tier ability, it automatically upgrades to a new Heisman tier, featuring enhanced effects and powerful new functionality directly inspired by player feedback. You'll know exactly when it happens. A green flash around a player's icon signals a tier up. Conversely, if a player's performance drops, you'll see a red downward arrow indicating they have dropped the tier. Ooh. New offensive and defensive abilities. First one is Battering Ram. Inspired by legendary context season power backs, the Battering Ram ability is a brand new addition exclusive to our context season archetype. As it tears up, the ball carries inflict increasing levels of wear and tear defenders, provided they finish runs falling forward. At the Heisman tier, delivers maximum pleasure, making defenders pay for every collision. Ooh. The Hammer. We revamped the Hammer ability specifically for dumping linebackers and box specialist safeties. Inspired by iconic hard hitters like Ray Lewis at Miami, each tier of the Hammer ability now directly ties into players' physics-based tackling mechanic, rewarding time and skill. Reach the Heisman tier and you'll gain an increased chance of forcing foams on a perfectly executed hit sticks, creating opportunities for game-defining plays. The cost and greatness, abilities and wear and tear integration. This year we've also deepened on the strategic connection between the ability system and the wear and tear mechanic. Each physical ability now categorized into either upper or lower body. As the player's wear and tear accumulates through the season, they can lose up to 2 tiers on the corresponding ability. While significant drops are rare, it introduces a critical layer of strategic roster management, challenging coaches to balance aggressive play and player preservation. Collectively, these improvements transform the ability system in college football 26 to deeper, more strategic and filtering gameplay experiences, one that captures the unique skill, emotions, and drama that defies elite collegiate athletes. So, like I said, more of a dynasty, but it's cool to know like the abilities factor into wear and tear more. I don't think for a single game you'll really see anything of note, but it's cool to know that for like those deeper strategies sessions, you might see something. 136 Ways of Sunday. Let's get right to it. College Football 26 delivering the single biggest playbook expansion in EA Sports history. 2,800 plus brand new plays and 45 plus new formations. That's much more than Madden did, by the way, which is not to compare them both, but that's crazy they got that much in there. All tuned to reflect the chaos, creativity, and pageantry that defines Saturday football. Whether you're a fan of tempo and space or ground and pound, there's something in here that speaks directly to the heart of college football. With the arrival of 300 real head coaches for the first time in the series, we knew this year had to be more than a content drop. It had to be a true evolution. You see they got a little shade in there. So we got to work studying game tapes, talking to coaches, attending clinics, and above all, listening to the fans. The result is massively forward in authenticity, depth, and team identity. Because when we say every team is someone's favorite team, we mean it, and this year they play like it. More plays, more identity, more you. Playbooks are bigger and deeper than ever. We've increased total capacity by over a third. Most of the offense now features 25 plus formations and 400 plus plays, giving you more tools to scheme, adapt, and dominate. Whether you're building around tempo, power, versatility, there's now a wider foundation to craft a game plan that actually feels like your favorite team. You'll notice immediately on the difference between Air Force Flexbone's DNA and USC's spread out vertical attack. These aren't just roster-based differences, they're true philosophical fingerprints. After months of deep dives and expert insight, every single one of our 136 playbooks has been handcrafted to reflect real-life play call and personal packages. From Miami's modern air raid to Iowa State's power spread, every team has a unique feel and every user has a real jumping off point to build or customize their identity. Love knowing that the playbooks are going to be unique. I know that for online head-to-head in college, people really didn't like that you couldn't pick your own playbook, and you had to use the teams you were playing with playbook, but I feel like this is why they're so unique to that roster that it was almost doing them a disservice of having you pick like another team's roster to utilize for. I don't know if they're going to change that for online head-to-head. I hope they don't, but it is one of those things where I'm glad to see like the reason why they have that is they want you to really experience how that team plays, what their play calling is. Fresh concepts, real wrinkles. Misdirection is the king in today's college game, and we've brought that energy to life with new plays like jet power read power toss, and counter bash. You've seen teams like Kansas State and Jacksonville State burn these with these. You can now do the same. New motion types. We've added new motion categories: reload, bounce, escort, and boomerang to help you layer deception and keep defenses guessing. These match the complexity of motion-heavy offenses like Kansas, Alabama, James Madison offer new creative freedom when down the plays. That's very interesting. Because, you know, Madden talked about new motion plays. They didn't mention any of these nature. So I wonder if we're going to get them in college football first, and then maybe they make their way to the NFL. Don't know. We'll see. Double motion plays. For the first time ever, you can move multiple players pre-snap. This means that you can mimic the chess match seen in real-life programs from like Georgia Tech and Penn State. Whether it's sequential motions or dual motions at once, you can now shape shift in formations to stress the defense before the snap ever even happens. That sounds crazy as hell. So you can do dual motions. Oh Lord. I mean, it's dope, but I hope the defense will be able to help counteract that, because that's crazy. Expanded QB run and RPO variety. Quarterbacks are the centerpiece of modern offenses, and now they're more evolved than ever. From old school veer reads and modern pop passes to sprint on options to design QB powers, your signal caller now has the full menu. Notre Dame, Utah, dozens of other teams now feature playbooks where the quarterback truly runs the show, literally. Damn. Leaning heavy into that. There's some teams that are that solely are based on the quarterback doing their thing, so that's kind of cool that they incorporate in there. Smarter option routes. We've overhauled route logic and schemes like the run and shoot and veer and shoot. Receivers now read leverage, identify, cap defenders, and react to middle to field safety structures. That means better decision making for user quarterbacks and more realism for every throw. This new logic also fuels option routes across concepts like halfback choice, house wide juke, and slot option. Gadget packaged by formation. College football always has that guy, that do-it-all athlete who lines up everywhere. With our new gadget depth chart slot, you can sub that player into specialized packages across multiple formations. Whether he's taking a step at a wildcat QB or motioning from slot to tailback, he's now a true chess piece. Oh, okay. They talked about the gadget depth chart, and I wasn't sure how it all kind of fits in there, but now I see where it looks like they're going to do it like as a package. So now wherever you have that gadget one, you could put in that package so that they're able to kind of be put into the field where you need them. So I do wonder if that's going to also be true if it's only true on offense and also could be true on defense, but we'll see. Signature looks from the real 2024 season. We've gone beyond new plays. We've also added effective packages of bizarre formations that defined Saturdays last fall and made them playable in College Football 26. Here's a few highlights. Penn State shotgun gate, stretch to edge, freeze linebackers, and create backside cutback lanes. This misdirection of motion and marathon Penn State weaponized horizontal flow all season long. Penn Gate swinging gate variants. Yes, it's finally here. Run screens, jet touch passes. Misdirection fakes from the same funky gate load. This set includes dual quarterback package, wildcat looks, and OL slot alignments. That just sounds like it's insanity, bro. Ole Miss Wildcat Deuce Wing, snap it directly to your defensive tackle. Absolutely, the Rebels did over 20 times last season, and now you can too. Power halfback Gadget T can also sub in to keep defenders guessing. Rice pistol wingback, that's option lives in Houston. His formation group blends flexible motion with pistol spread tempo. It includes 11 total wingback sets, a dream for users who love mixing in triple option with quick game. That's crazy. That's crazy. Western Kentucky Power 1 Hulk, big boy football, 2 defensive linemen, lead blocking, fullbacks leaking on play action. If you want to go downhill, then this set rewards you with short yardage dominance and surprise deep shots. ECU trips over W work, an unbalanced formation with layers. Use the off-ball tee as a motion blocker or RPO threat. Teams like ECU and Kansas run it very differently, but you'll feel the style to play in each playbook. Duke wide off trip stack, a new evolution to veer and shoot, build off 11 new wide formations, including stack looks that stretch defense sideline to sideline with delivered vertical options and quick RPOs underneath. Used heavily by Duke, this scoop gives you horizontal stretch of vertical teeth. These aren't just new plays, they're living, breathing tribute to everything that makes college football so electric. Innovation, identity, and pure joy of doing something a little wild to see if it works. Your team plays like your team in college football 26. That is amazing and scary at the same time to have all that freedom and all those stuff into the game. And I cannot imagine what crazy shit we're gonna see. That is wild. I love the commitment though. I love the commitment to detail and all that, but that's crazy. Precision, vision, and strategy, quarterback play, field vision, height finally matters. In our quest to make pocket passes as valuable as they are in real life, we introduce real world challenge to level the playing field. This is where field vision comes into play. No, there's no vision cone on the field. Oh man, some of y'all might not remember that vision cone, but for those that do, you know what it is. Through conversation with coordinators across the country, one theme kept coming up: the importance of moving the quarterback launch point, how interior pressure can impair vision. We took that to heart. Field vision accounts for your quarterback's height, the size of offensive lineman, defensive lineman, and their proximity to the pocket. Smarter quarterbacks under center, especially on quick drops or throws between the numbers, will experience realistic visibility limitations. That's why many real-life QBs favor shotgun or pistol looks, and college football 26 when shorter QBs are surrounded by taller linemen. Receiver icons may fade to reflect restructured sight lines. You can still attempt these throws, but expect an accuracy penalty married to the real-world challenges that players face. Enhanced QB progression system. Recognizing that lower-rated quarterbacks are clearly more successful than we would like, we've found the gap between elite and lower-tier quarterbacks to mirror real-life disparities, reflecting more accuracy. High-awareness quarterbacks that quickly, efficiently cycle through multiple receiving options, reflecting decisive reads, rapid decision-making, the nation's elite signal callers. Conversely, lower-rated quarterbacks struggle more significantly, realistically managing fewer progressions and demonstrating slower decision-making. Close resemble the performance of inexperienced true freshman or development quarterbacks seen on Sunday. Defense wins championships. We're getting to the defensive side of the ball. I love it. Last year's gameplay was explosive and wide open, just like the way college football should feel. That freedom of responses on offense is something we commit to maintaining. The features above focus largely on enhancing offensive experience, speed, creativity, and big plays. But you also told us defense needed more depth, precision, presence, and options. So this year we've doubled down defensive control and responsiveness, giving you much more tools to disrupt and dictate the game. Championships are won in the trenches, so let's take a closer look at what's new on the other side of the ball. We're talking physics, boys. You're changing tactics from last year? Yes. Trust your boy and stay with me now. Improving and polishing innovative technology we first introduced in EA Sports Madden NFL 25 is essential to delivering an authentic, organic football experience college football deserves. We took a hard look at what we shipped in college football 25, and while it was solid, it didn't quite capture visual impact, variety, or play differential that real football demands. I was saying that I liked college football last year, but it didn't feel like the hits had any oomph to it, no juice to it. I can go play Madden 25 and I can do like a hit stick and I can feel that oomph, versus if I play college football 25, I'm looking for that big hit. So in college football 26, we evaluated physics-based tackling to bring more control, more realism, and more satisfying outcomes to every hit. Now tackles with better ratings won't just win more often, they'll win more distinctively. We've layered in timing-based elements that allow strong defenders to finish plays with authority, while making weaker tackles more vulnerable to being dragged or broken through. You'll see more variety in tackle icons, glancing blows, squared up stops, forward falling momentum, all driven by weight, speed, and angle and user input. Even with the visual fidelity that physics-based tackling brings, this wasn't just about looks, it's about feeling. And with college football 26, you'll feel every hit, fight through every finish, experience tackling the system that rewards skill, ratings, and real football logic. I love it. I love it. I love it. Put respect on trench work, put respect on the gritty ground games. Everyone loves those passing plays, but when you're able to kind of ground and get those runs in, New tackle types. Wrap catch tackles. DBs who aren't heavy hitters now the ability to wrap receivers up securely at catch point. This provides more realistic cheated ways to neuralize threats without needing to deliver a big hit. I like that because not every DB is coming with a hammer, In-range lunge content. Lunging tackles are no longer always forced defenders to leave their feet. Players can now make control lunges while staying upright, and another layer of realism to open field tackles and increasing defensive responsiveness. Unprep hit sticks. We added explosive hit stick animations to capture those thrilling real-life moments when the ball carrier is caught off guard. These tackles deliver impactful moments that can shift momentum in crucial situations and significantly influence wear and tear, increasing the siege of with managing player durability throughout the game. Okay. I like those unpaired. I mean, I always feel like you could do that in Madden because I know, or not Madden, but you could do it in general because I know what I would always aim for is if someone did like a spin move or a juke, I would try to hit them right as they finish to see if that would cause anything. And sometimes it did, but it's good to know like they're actually calling out as like a realistic aspect in the game. Skill mechanics enhancement, timing and aiming on all one-on-one tackle types. The timing and aim mechanics on last year's hit stick tackles have been expanded to every one-on-one tackle scenario, including strips, cuts, lunges, wraps, swap catch tackles, and wrap catch tackles. By putting more control directly into their hands, your skill as a player can significantly influence broken tackle outcomes, knockout strips, and forced fumbles. Oh, okay. I think the Madden blog also talked about this, but it's cool, like I said, to see that similarity, that one-on-one. I do want to see more of this, like how does this all kind of play out, but I like what I'm seeing. Strike and stiff arm mechanics. Offensively, we integrated similar timing and mechanics to trucking and stiff arming moves. Ball carriers can now control their moves to increase the success rate of trucks to precisely time stiff arms to fend off defenders effectively. Okay. Core tackling improvements. This year's core tackling improvements go beyond just adding animations. They're about capturing the emotional core of college football. Whether it's a critical third down stop, a game-altering sack, or a tone-setting hit early in the game, these improvements are designed to recreate the chaos, energy, and mental scenes you see every Saturday. We want defenses to feel as if they're dynamic and capable as offenses they're trying to stop, and that started with building out core tackling in a way that looks better, feels better, and plays more responsibly. Hit stick catch tackles. We simply integrated hit stick tackles to our physics-based tackling system, enhancing the realism and responsive of big hit moments. Ooh. You know me, I love a good hit stick, especially when they just tackle it and you can just like launch into them. Excited to see how this plays on the field. Quarterback hit improvements. Significantly improvements have been made to preserve realistic arm positioning during sack transitions. We've minimized unnatural snapping of the quarterback's arm into place during sacks, resulting in smoother, more believable quarterback reactions. So that's good to see too. I'm sure you guys have played Madden and known that as you get hit, they sometimes let the quarterback just kind of flail out, throw the ball any which way. They're toning that down, which is great to hear. Late hit throws. We also heard you loud and clear when it comes to last second bailouts in the pocket. Those frustrating ones where quarterbacks can escape sacks with unrealistic throws just before being hit. Insurance throws are more realistically aimed at receivers, increasing both catch opportunities and interception risks. Additionally, very late throw attempts with defenders closing in will frequently result in sacks, rewarding good pass rush and emphasizing realistic consequences for delayed QB reactions. I love it. Don't bail out the quarterbacks. If we got them at the number, don't let them get the ball out. Either like let us get the sack, but come on now, don't give us that like and the ball just floats in. Physics-based tackle contact accuracy. We significantly reduced instances where tackles didn't fully contact the ball carrier yet triggered tackle reactions. Tackles now consistently connect, realistically preserving immersion. Okay. Momentum preservation after contact. We greatly reduce the unrealistic branching of abrupt direction changes post contact. Ball carriers now maintain realistic momentum, resulting in more natural believable outcomes after tackles. Realistic post-tackling movements. Branching the movement immediately after physics-based tackling has been dramatically improved, ensuring impactful collisions are visibly disruptive, realistic, enhancing overall gameplay authenticity. I like that because you would like hit stick someone and they would like shrug it off and then they're right back at it. Like now you're going to see it be more of an effect, which hopefully slow them down, allow someone else to kind of come and help clean up the hit. One of my favorite things about this feature is the improved consistency and results regarding wear and tear, which we'll dive deeper into later in the blog, along with outstanding audio feedback, accompanying every big hit, making every collision feel that more visceral and impactful. Okay. Stunts and twists are here. I am super excited about stunts and twists. I am super excited. This is going to really change up the pass rushing game because now you have the ability to take those good pass rushers and don't have to leave them on the end. You can put them on the inside now, have them stun out, twist out, get an opening. This is going to change up the pass rushing game. It's going to make normal base defenses be more effective too, because now instead of just calling like a regular cover 4, you can add a little stunner twist in there with your good O-line, your good D lineman, and generate some good pressure. So I'm excited about this. For years, players have asked for more depth, offensively, and control in the pass rush game, and in College Football 26, it's finally here. Stunts and twists are now fully in the game. Whether you're down the TE stunt or an interior twist or something more exotic, you're no longer limited to basic 4-man rushes. I love it. Now you can disrupt protection schemes, create confusion in blocking assignments, and pressure the quarterback never before. How does it work? Glad you asked. Calling stunts is simple and intuitive. At the play call screen, hold the corresponding button on any play to open a new sub menu showing all available stunts and twists for that call. Custom tailor your pressure before you even break the huddle. You can also call one from the pre-play menu. In the pre-play menu, press the D-pad left and R1 or RB to access available stunt options for your current play. There are 12 unique stunt types available, each designed to replicate real-life tactics used by top defensive coordinators. These aren't just cosmetics. They change the timing, angles, and matchups logic at the line of scrimmage. I love it. I love it. I'll tell you, like if you're not using stunts in 26, you're going to be missing out. Like this changes the game and makes the pass rush much more. Oh, I'm excited. It's like honestly probably my top feature that we're getting in 26. Just being honest with you. Why it matters. Such a twist completely redefine how you attack projections. No, you're no longer relying solely on individual wins from your front four. Now you're running design pressure to force O-line communication errors, set up mismatches and late looping rushers, disrupt rhythm and pocket integrity, bring true strategy to the trenches. It's a feature the community has wanted for years, and the College Football 26 it finally delivers. This is pass rush chess, not checkers. I'm a big blitzer. I'm a big pass rush guy. Seeing this, reading this, I'm excited. I'm super excited for what they're going to do with this. Trench work. The game of football is one at the line of scrimmage, and in College Football 26, that battle gets a whole lot more real. We rebuilt the core of offensive and defensive line interactions with one goal in mind: make the trenches feel like the trenches. This means leverage matters, size matters, technique, play calls, and matchups matter. Every snap is a puzzle between blockers and defenders, and this year you have more control, more realism, and more strategy. I love it. I love it. If I got a big boy in the middle of that field, I should feel like I have to get past him. Before madness, you have a big guy there, you kind of get through. That's it. Like, I should feel like the big dude is like trying to get me, trying to disrupt my way. And it sounds like they're trying to really do that here. So I hope is what we're going to see. Block steering, take control of leverage. New to College Football 26, block steering is a foundational trench feature that gives both users and AI ability to physically influence the direction of the block once an engagement has started. Just like you've seen from the best defensive linemen who don't need finesse moves to wreck a game, block steering captures the subtle war of leverage and momentum. Sometimes it's not about winning clean, it's about squeezing the gap, clogging the lane, and turning a 6-yard run into a stalemate at the line. How it works. Once engaged, press RT and left stick, right trigger plus left to begin steering. You can steer an interaction in any direction based on the player's strength, weight, and ratings, like the block shedding, run block, impact block, and most importantly, momentum. This works for both sides of the ball, whether you're on no sack or trying to dent the A-gap, or pulling the guard trying to drive the defender out the way. There are 700 plus new animation systems alone. Every push, turn, and battle looks and feels different depending on who's involved. That's important there. So if you're on the D-line, you can hit the right stick, right trigger, and left stick, and you can begin steering where you want to go. That's good to know. As someone that occasionally goes on the D-line, it's nice to know that you can kind of influence things that way. So I like seeing that. I like hearing that. Gap integrity reborn. This also unlocks smarter play from AI alignment. Defensive players will now maintain their assigned gaps based on play call and alignment, significantly limiting crashing or stunting blindly. Gap integrity matters in today's game, and finally it matters in College Football 26. Smarter blocking mechanics. This year's blocking logic has been re-engineered from the ground up, and that includes both run and pass protection. Improved targeting system. Our improved targeting system across all core blocking schemes. This means that blockers now understand who they're supposed to hit and how they're supposed to hit them based on the structure of the play. Skills that now block a drastically improved clarity and accuracy include power, counter, trap, wham, duel, all their variants, and midline concepts. The new logic reduces freelance and misassignments while magnifying mismatches. If you've got a pulling guard squared up against a lighter safety, that's a win. If your center's climbing to a 250 linebacker with poor leverage, you are in trouble. Impact blocks and collision wins. The core engage system has been overhauled to better reflect outcomes based on weight, class, ratings, and momentum differential. It's not about being targeted, it's about how you arrive. That's one thing with College Football 26 I didn't like. It's like it didn't really feel like weight mattered. In Madden 25, weight didn't matter. If you take Derrick Henry or any of those big boys and you try to hit stick them, you're going to bounce off it. This sounds like what they're trying to do is they're trying to make those weights. So if you take a big ruler guy and you go through the little, the hole, you're going to tell that as a bruiser. So I hope that's the case. That's like my biggest critique with College Football 25 is I just didn't feel like weight mattered. I didn't feel like there was big hits. So if we're getting that now, I'm excited. Pass protection, read, slide, react. We focus heavily on giving users more clarity, control, and responsiveness in the pass protection phase. Highlights include smarter targeting selections. Your offensive line will now make intuitive decisions about who to block and when to block based on the immediate threats and overloads. Untargeted defenders, you now have the ability to unassign a target. See a free defender you want to leave unblocked for a screen, you can now intentionally avoid targeting certain players. This gives advanced users the level of control they've been asking for. So once again, when you have people who are like overloading the line, you can now kind of say, okay, I feel like this is the user. I don't want you to block them. Now, if you're wrong, then hey, you're gonna eat it. But it's good to know that you have like a weapon to try and make your O-line kind of account for what's happening on the field more. Between this and the new blocking logic, I really hope this does kind of do your way of kind of buying you more time. So I'm really interested to see like how this will all play out. Simplified slide protection. Slide mechanics are now easier and more intuitive. Want the slide left? Just tap slide left plus right stick left. Oh, okay. Just tap slide left plus right stick left. Want a full slide, double flick the right stick. The system responds cleanly and consistently and giving you more time to focus on reads, not guesswork. Oh, okay. So if you want to slide left, just tap slide left plus right stick left. Oh, okay. Oh, I get it. So you're using the left, slide left plus the right stick left. Okay. Okay. So I get it now. You're using the D line, the right stick to do that. That's actually good to know. That's one of the things I hate with the protect strategy. You have to go into menu. Like now, doing on the D line, just doing it on the actual stick. That's really interesting. So I wonder if you just want to do like a half slide, if it's just like the right stick or the left stick flick. We'll see when we get in there, but that's interesting. Okay. Playbook flip for protection. You can now flip your pass protection the same way you can flip a play pre-snap, just like in real football. Quick flip allow accounts for backside blitzes and rotating coverages, allowing users to adjust protection schemes on the fly. I wish they would tell you how you do that though, but okay. It sounds nice. Sounds interesting. Built for matchups. Modern college football is all about creating mismatches, and this year the dynamic shines brighter than ever in the trenches with enhanced logic around engage win/losses, dynamic double teams, and block disengage decisions. Linemen now make decisions based on ratings, angle, and play concepts and leverage, not just proximity. You'll feel the difference when your All-American left tackle stonewalls a bull rush, or when your undersized defensive line gets washed out by a down block. The trench battle is now a living, breathing part of every play, and not just an animation happening underneath the surface. I love it. What it all means. The trends of college football aren't just cosmetic. The gameplay altering every offensive scheme starts at how your line functions. Every defensive strategy depends on how you front holds up. And now with block steering, smarter protection football, and offensive scheme targeting, you can win the gap up front, just like in real life college football. Whether you're calling a counter with a pulling guard or trying to two gap out of a 4-5, everything in the trenches just got more real, more dynamic, and more fun. Custom zones. Last year we introduced custom stems, giving you the ability to adjust the depth and angle of your offensive routes exactly how you want them, but offense kind of all the fun. So this year we're introducing custom zones. How many times have you been in the game thinking if I could just drop that seam a little flat, a little deeper, or I wish my deep blown would sit shallow to take away that dig? In college football 26, now you can fine tune your defensive zones just like how you did the route stems, allowing you to treat to counter and neutralize any offense. With custom zone, you have the ability to fine tune individual zone depths drops on the fly. How does it work? You're asking great questions today. Simply select the zone defender you want to adjust. Press A or X on the PlayStation and tap L1 to bring up the zone depth adjustment. From there, you can either defend the zone drop up or back to fit exactly what the offense is throwing at you. So basically, and I'm trying to get this on Xbox terms, you're gonna bring up your defender that you want to go on, and then you press A, and then you can do L1 to adjust it. So my only thing is like, because in college there's a lot of click snapping, how much time is it really going to take to do all this? But it's good to know that you can kind of just go to that defender and indicate, okay, what type of zone do I want him to do? Okay. All right. Okay. This on-the-fly upgrade puts more control in your hands, whether you're trying to match verticals more effectively, clock immediate windows, or bait quarterbacks into making bad decisions. Custom zone gives you the ability to fine-tune your coverage and adapt on the fly. This gives you quicker, more precise control of your defensive adjustments, allowing you to get to the exact look you want without cycling through coach adjustments pre-play menus. It's a feature that's been highly discussed in the community, and now it's in your hands. Clamped. We want to make the priority this year to take defensive back playing college football even closer to actually watch every Sunday. That means smarter coverage reactions, more meaningful leverage battles, deeper risk reward mechanics, and the excitement of challenge of authentic one-on-one matchups. So I love that you're giving the defense a lot of tools. With the custom zones, I mean, if you are in your pre-play menu, might not be much use for you, but it's good to know that you have these options. My only concern with that is like the timing of it. Like everyone kind of plays fast, so you might have to kind of get the zones that you want, but it's good to know that on the field you have more options when it comes to defending things. Route commit, call your shot. I played Travis on the last year's media event, College Football 26. He traded inside on me pre-snap and got beat. He turned to me and said, I know it's a low chance to get beat with the shade, but I'm selling out here. That one was stuck with us. Shading is about positioning. Selling out is about commitment, and that mindset will inspire what became route commit. One of your biggest new additions to gameplay coverage this year is route commit. Lets the individual or your entire secondary aggressively jump routes based on the read of your offense. In pre-play, press R1 and then left or right on the left stick, and your entire coverage unit will aggressively break towards either the inside or outside breaking routes. Guess right, lock down the strap, as the kids say. Your defenders will jump to cut faster, stay tighter through breaks, and squeeze past the window shut. Guess wrong, it's costly. Defenders will react slower, take exaggerated false steps, and give up separation that turns short games to explosive plays. Route commit adds a new layer of defensive strategy. Now that you're not just covering, you're declaring intent, like run or pass commit, but for coverage. You're telling your opponent, I know what's coming, and I'm selling out to stop it. It rewards film study, disguises guts, and getting you guessed right, there's no better film than defense. Okay, cool. Route committing means you're basically telling the defense either you're playing inside or you're playing outside. They made it sound like when they were talking to Matt that you can do this on the individual level, but now I see it's like the whole entire defense level, which is good to know. So whenever you have like a situation where you think, okay, people are going to be playing the inside, you can now hit that and know that it's going to cover all the inside. I like that. That's definitely something dope. I'm really interested to see kind of how it plays out, but I do like that we have those options. So Cool. With route committing leading the charge, we knew man coverage needed to feel tighter, more authentic, and more rewarding for players who pride themselves on shutting down the perimeter. This year, the man-to-man's game is much more varied. Elite corners like Leonard Moore and Romero receivers closely breaking with quicker timing than feels earned, not scripted. Facing top-tier receivers like Jeremiah Smith, Ryan Williams is still for pressure, but the battle's fair. Winning means your leverage, timing, and positioning were all perfect. Losing means the receiver earned every inch of separation. This improvement in man coverage means you confidently call man, shade inside, use route command, and feel like you're playing real football, not rolling dice. I love it. Leverage game. You clearly rework leverage and how it affects route outcomes. Now when you align with inside or outside shade, it directly impacts your defender's ability to cover. If you hold inside leverage and wide receiver runs a dig, you'll stay tight and compete aggressively. Lose leverage, you're still in play, but you'll feel the urgency to close the gap. Previously, DBs sometimes gave up unrealistic separation. That's gone. Position now feels powerful, rewarding pre-snap reads and strategic alignments and adding depth to your matchups. Every snap is now more tactical, every coverage more intentional. This is how real football, college defenses thrive. Assignment-driven football where angles and positioning rule today. Shade with purpose. Shading coverage matters more than ever. Pairing directly with route command leverage to create a complete defensive toolkit. Shade over the top, you'll gain cushion to protect deep, but you'll also see sharper cuts separate underneath. Shade underneath, you'll clamp down hard on short routes, but risk being burned vertically or by double moves. Every pre-snap shade now carries weight, setting the tone before the ball's even snapped. For players who study film and dialing on tendencies, this is a game changer. So basically, they say they've enhanced how shading works. If you shade now, it's going to be more direct than what you saw before, which is great. Double down. If I'm shading someone, I'm doubling down on that route. If I win it, I want to see that reward of me picking that right shade. If I lose it, I don't mind, giving up something big because I can tell this happened because I did this. So love that, love it. Hope to see it play. Hope to see it fills out. No eyes, no picks. Last year, some of the full speed contested over the catch shoulder interceptions felt a little too much like defenders returning in the center field started calling them the Willie Man interceptions. This year improved that. When a DB doesn't have eyes on the ball, you won't make those unrealistic blind leaps anymore. No backward, authentic, accurate pistol out vision. Instead, defenders react late, fighting through the receiver's hands, trying not to ball loose, right, and wrap it into perfect catch animations. It's all about context now. When a DB's in trouble position, your hips turn and run at full speed, you feel more inclined to take a deep shot. You'll no longer have to wait until your receiver's free steps clear from breaking the jam. The game rewards now smart, confident pros that recognize defensive leverage. But when does a DB track a ball properly, you'll see rewarded. Defenders feel earned, not gifted. It's a fair fight, an aspect we're always seeking to improve. Playing the ball finally feels fair, rewarding, true to college football. One-on-one matches matter again. The passing game is back to feel like a genuine competitive battle, just the way it should be. I do wonder, though, when you're going against users, are they going to have the ability to turn around and get those free picks, or are they going to be subjected to playing those coverage rules? Something that I want to see more of, but interesting to see if it does hold out the way, because everyone takes deep shots, and if you want to see those deep shots kind of rewarded where either the receiver catches it or no one catches it. You don't want to see the defender come up with that trail, turn around and get that perfect pick. I want to see either they have to swat, or if they go for the pick, they're out of position and they end up eating it. Swat or pick, choose wisely. Swatting the ball returns the problem this year. Now you must decide, go for the highlight interception or make the fundamentally sound play and swat. Swat takes defenders to the highest point, giving you a better chance to disrupt catches in tight windows. Picks are still possible, but only if you're in phase, looking at the quarterback in position perfectly. Defensive decision, making those more critical. Quarterbacks will find jump balls or true 50-50 throws against, not automatic turnovers. I love hearing that that's true. I love hearing that's the case. To the crib, we heard you loud and clear. Too many wide open interceptions fall complete last year. That wasn't right, especially after you made a perfect read and had your defender exactly where he needed to be. This year, we've improved that dramatically. Those no-doubt interceptions will stick. DBs will finish plays as they should. Every interception should feel deserved, whether you perfectly bait the quarterback, jumped the route, or made a perfectly timed break. I love that. There were a lot of drop picks. Not a crazy amount, but there were enough of nature. So now it's saying if it goes to that defender's hands directly, they're going to go ahead and get the pick, which I love seeing. Defensive playbook updates. In EA Sports College Football 2060 updated defensive playbooks to better reflect the strategic dynamics of the college game. This blog post explores not only the new playbook content, new formations and plays, but also highlights key foundational enhancements to defensive gameplay that improves how certain playbook schemes are executed. In this section, we've introduced several new formations and plays alongside improvements to pass coverage logic, defensive alignment, and run fit responsibilities, all designed to provide more authentic and engaging defensive experience. New defensive formations. This year's game features several new defensive formations tailored to modern football offenses. These new looks are designed to improve your defensibility to adapt to spread formation, create pressure, and better defend both the run and pass. 3-4 tight, a variation of 3-4 eye. This formation moves both defensive ends into 4-eye techniques, lines under the inside shoulder of the defensive tackles. This adjustment helps strengthen B gap integrity and gives players a better structure to combat interior run plays. Okay. 3-5 flex, featuring free down lineman and an edge defender handing a 2-point stance to the strong side. This look manages 4-man space while retaining the versatility of a free linebacker setup. It's well suited defending spread offense while maintaining pressure potential. Nickel single mug and nickel 2-4 single mug. Each formation is positioned a linebacker directly over the center in the mug alignment. This alignment forces the offensive line to count for every defender line scrimmage and can trigger one-on-one blocking across the board. The 2-4 variant adds 2 2-point stance edge defenders from a more hybrid linebacker look. These are extremely effective when paired with the new defensive line stunts available in the play call menu. Tell you, man, those stunts and twists, they don't change the game. Nickel load and nickel 2-4 load. Load fronts aligned free defensive linemen to one side of center, creating immediate pressure challenge for offensive protections. Like the single mug set, the 2-4 load features edge defenders and 2-point stances, reinforce a linebacker heavy aesthetic, enhancing play call flexibility. These formations work especially well with the new stunt-based plays. Okay. Return formation. Several formations similar in the Madden plays have been added to College Football 26 expanded play with more variety and situational versatility. Nickel 2-4, nickel 2-4 double mug, and dime low weak, formerly dime sugar weak. New defensive plays. That said, the team still create a number of plays with built-in stunt logic to provide ready-made options that pair naturally with new formations introduced earlier. These plays are designed to specifically attack common offensive protection schemes and enhance pressure concepts from the various defensive fronts. Here's a sample of them: twist, blitz, mug blitz. This is dope. I mean, I'm just getting to feel that defense is getting a lot of tools, which I love to see. In addition to these pressure-based plays, this year's playbook includes new bracket coverage concepts designed to help defenses account for offense's top receiving threats. These plays are now available in nickel over, nickel 2-4, and nickel 3 over, and they reflect improvements in the game's bracket logic system. These new bracket plays include the 1 double slot, 1 double TE, double bracket switch, and bracket switch Willie. All right. Defensive guys get paid too. Each of these cards is built to provide layered support against key receivers, using safety to play the outer half of the bracket while the underneath defender covers the inside leverage. These plays give users more control and scheming against specific personnel matches, particularly in spread and tight end heavy formations. I love it. Enhanced run fit logic, playing real fast and sound. One of the most fundamental parts of any college defense is the run fit discipline. In the College Football 26, we overhauled how run defenders align, trigger, and execute in the run game. Whether you're facing a downhill power team, a zone-based scheme, or a modern RPO heavy attack, our new run fit system makes sure defenders show up when they're supposed to and do it with urgency. This year, run fits are more consistent with clearly defined, reducing the guessing game that often lets players asking, wait, why is my linebacker outside? The gaps are clear, the assignments are clear, and the logic behind who fits now holds up from the first quarter for the fourth. Okay. Linebackers and safeties. The previous year, second level defenders sometimes play in their heels, waiting for the ball to declare, catching blocks and hanging back too long. That's no longer the case. Linebacker and safeties now fit more aggressively downhill, triggering early and attacking their assigned gaps with the kind of physicality you expect in real college football. You'll feel the difference when you shoot a B gap and stonewall run before it hits the line. You'll see it when a safety key runs from the 2 high shell and knives in to make a stop. This isn't about playing reckless, it's about playing with intent. Okay? RPO integrity. RPOs are a huge part of the modern college game, and our defensive system is now structured to handle them with built-in rules that mimic real defensive football. Most runs fit in College Football 26 are designed to be RPO sound, meaning defenders have clear jobs based on alignment and route action. A and B gap defenders, usually interior linemen, linebackers, are now coached to play the run first. C, D, and E defenders, corners, overhanging, and safeties align outside will read their key. If the receiver is responsible goes out on the route, they'll play pass. If he blocks, they'll trigger their run fit. This allowed to keep the defense from overcommitting and opens over smarter, more football faithful reactions against reads, peaks, and tags. So what this is really trying to say is, like, they're now designing the defense to play those RPOs better now. So we hopefully shouldn't see too many instances where people do an RPO and it just kind of dumbs out the defense. Hopefully now they're more equipped to kind of handle those things. So interested to see how it all plays out. Defending the run has always been about assignment, aggression, discipline. This year, we've taken major steps to bring out free to life in a way that's not only authentic, but also more effective. Whether you're stacking the box to shut down Heisman candidates or trying to survive a 12-play option drive, your defenders now have the tools, logic, and mindset to win their 111. This is what real college football defense looks like: fast, sound, and built to hold up no matter the offense throws your way. Coach them up. Safety adjustments. One of the most exciting additions to College Football 26 of the year, the new coach settings for safety adjustments, giving players full control over how their safeties align, both in depth, whip, and position. This feature is all about pre-snap identity. Whether you're building a defense that plays down here or one that prioritizes keeping a lid on explosive plays, this system lets you coach with attention. Love that idea that I can tell my safeties to come up, come down, especially when you're in the red zone. You can obviously kind of play a little bit up closer more so that they're more into the action. Around college football, we see tremendous variance in safety depth, and it's not just philosophy. Some teams bring the safeties closer so they'll tighten up their run fits. Others sit with them deep to neutralize elite vertical threats. The spectrum of strategic flexibility is non-existent game. The settings available for the pre-game coach setting menus that can be layered in combination with other defensive tools. There are free key dimensions out of control. Close. Bring safeties into the box and near great for run fits or tighter red zone looks. Default, standard balance for most formations. Deep, align safety deeper than normal, ideal for defending deep speed. Prevent, sit them way back, use the end of the game, half game situations to avoid getting the big one. They know. Safety width. Neutral alignment relative to formation. Spread, position safety to wider than usual, useful against sideline threats. Wide, further exaggerates outside leverage to protect against deep out routes or verticals. Pinch, brings safeties tighter to the middle. Okay, so that's kind of cool to know. If you do spread, that means you're trying to have them go against sideline threats. Wide, that means you're further exaggerating so that's outside leverage to protect against deep out routes or verticals. So if you want to protect against vertical or deep out routes, wide. Then pinches, it brings them tighter to the middle. Okay. Midpoint shift. This is all about repositioning your safeties off the defensive midpoint. Left to right, adjust based on the field alignment. Strong or weak, just according to the offensive strength to each side. Field boundary, adjust relative to wide and narrow side of the field. Okay. You can combine all three layers to control the match exactly anything you want to try to build. Want your safeties close and pinch against a downhill run team, but shift it weak to debate play action, you can do that. Need to get them deep and spread against a vertical air look, covered. Okay. This type of settings that may fly under the radar first glance for players who love building a real dynamic defense is game changer. It's one of our favorite dishes this year, and just another example how College Football 26 pushes towards authentic football control from top to bottom. That is true. Knowing how you can put your safeties and now you can custom send deep blues, like this changes up the game so much, because a lot of players I've seen have been gravitating to using safety. Now, even when you're not in the field, you can kind of put them in a better position to do things. It's one of those things, like he was saying, it will fall on the radar, but for those defensive freaks who really get into that defensive playbook, it gives you some more tools to play with to really make sure that you're doing what you need to be doing. So I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's see, new RPO coaching adjustment, control the rules. To take the step further, College Football 26 introduced a new RPO-specific coaching adjustments to allow you to fine-tune how your AI defenders handle zone, read, peek, and traditional RPO concepts. Want your overhang to be more aggressive against the run, even if it means giving up a quick slant, you can dial it up. Prefer to sit back and protect against the pass first, that's an option too. It's about giving you the same philosophy control real coaches have on Saturdays and trusting you to use it. As you can see, there's a lot more you can do now within the coach adjustment menu, and finally, you can either reset these adjustments back to the default settings in one click by simply pressing L3. Okay. Show blitz. In the past, using show blitz meant your tight defense can't crown the line, safeties, corners, everyone looked aggressive, not aggressive true, but also gave everything away. Not anymore. In College Football 26, you can now show blitz, adjust your linebacker, give you far more control of how your defense looks pre-snaps. Want to threaten pressure without committing your safeties. Want to crowd the box to bait a check or force break side. Now you can. This is just a gameplay improvement. It's real football. It's actual defensive game plans. Linebackers regularly step up to show pressure, then drop back into coverage or rotate them to different fits post-snap. This control brings new level of disguise and intensity to your defensive look. Tactically, it's a huge one with disguise coverage, influence run fits, and fake pressure. The stretch at the line just got a nice upgrade. So you can now just show blitz a linebacker versus doing the whole safety. I can't tell you this is a great improvement, because I hated how when you do show blitz, it brought everyone up. Now you're saying you can just bring the linebackers up and fool them. I love it. I love it. You're giving my defensive mind's ticking, man. It's really ticking. I like it. I like it. Real-time coaching 2.0, real-time coaching RTC year 2 evolution after laying the foundation. Let me see. I think this is more for computer. So it's the little things. Switch 6 visual change. The pre-play movements from Madden 25 coming to college football. New enhancements. I love the pre-play movements in Madden 25, so I'm glad they're in there. Pursuit has been tuned. You will see players with low pursuit ratings unable to properly judge speed and take. Once again, don't let the computer tackle for you. Tackle them yourself. Computer keyboard that's getting out the fake earlier in play action. In the passing game, you will have extended bullseye accuracy systems from last year. In College Football 26, you'll see a much wider range of slightly inaccurate and accurate passes. This will be a lot more bat down attention for pass rushers, linemen who gain leverage but can't reach the quarterback out, try to knock the ball down, enhancing realism and defensive gameplay. Double move improvements, just as savvy offenses use double moves to exploit aggressive all-out blitz schemes at critical game moments. College Football 26 now enables quarterbacks to execute these routes more effectively. This mirrors real-life world scenarios where offensive coordinators strategically capitalize on overly aggressive or inexperienced defenders. Okay. Home field advantage, louder, tougher, more personal. We saw the bar clips, we heard the screens, and we felt the energy right alongside with you. Last year's launch of Home Field Advantage made an instant impact on gameplay and all over social media. We heard your feedback loud and clear. We loved how many of you embraced the challenge to play on the road, feeling the nerves for stepping up the toughest game in the country. But this year, we're turning the pressure up a notch. Because when you walk to a hostile environment like Death Valley at night or step into a rivalry game with your season hanging in the balance, it's not just about volume, nor it's about survival. Same name, new energy. We kept the name about the intensity of City and Post media, but everything about Home Field Advantage culture has evolved. It hit harder, it stretches deeper, it feels more alive. And if you're walking into the wrong stadium at the wrong time, be prepared for an experience that can break your spirit or forge legends. Welcome to College Football 26. Night game and rivalry. The College Football 26 nighttime rivalry modifiers add extra edge to schools, rank them on the toughest place to play. Once again, the stadium post and all that is more for offline dynasty. This is great that they have it though, because I love them leaning into the college stuff, but they don't have this on for the online head-to-head games, because I guess they feel like it'd be, more one-sided. So I get it, because you got to give the home team an advantage without doing anything. Kick gauntlet. We didn't forget kickers. This year we completely overhauled the pressure kicking experience on hostile environments, especially during night games and intense rivalry battles. When the crowd is at its peak, the activity becomes completely transparent. The ball fades out as your kick meter lines up and the power meter fills white, reducing your visual feedback. The result, kicking becomes a true pressure cooking moment when the difference between here and feeling comes down to your thumbs making. You'll be celebrating some time to miss it, and you'll never hear the end of it. Good luck, you're going to need it. I hope they put this in online head-to-head, because kicking was already hard in college football 26. I'm all for making kicking even harder. You know, kicking has been one of those things in these football games where it's been like relegated really easy. If they're making it even tougher to kick, I'm with it. Swag out. Additionally, based on your interaction with myself and on X about your favorite celebrations last year, we kept most of them alongside adding new celebrations to replace some others. We are also going to be able to walk or jog around after interception or touchdown, giving you more way to enjoy sliding up with the big moments. Back to the field you go, and just like that, we reached the end of another gameplay deep dive. The commitment, That was dope. That was a good deep dive. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think it was a little better than Madness, because they actually provided you like the instructions how to do it. Madden just kind of said like, hey, you can do it. This one actually went in there and showed you like game wise, like how do you do this? How do you make this be a thing? So I like that. Let me know in the comments below what you're excited for seeing with the gameplay deep dive. Which of these gameplay improvements really stood out to you? I can tell you right now, I think it's gonna be a good year for the defense, man. I love that you're giving the defense more ability to do things. I think it's gonna be a learning curve, because there's a lot of tools at their disposal, and I think people who just kind of go in and don't like pay attention to things, it's gonna be really overwhelming. But I really hope that these additions come to fruition and we have a great year. I think that both the 26 games, Madden and College Football 26, are going to be light solid if they keep it up at this place. That being said, we don't have much long until we wait, and we don't have much. We don't have long to wait for College Football 26. I'm super excited for it. That being said, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you hit that like button if you want to see more and you stay up to date what I got going on, because we'll be covering College Football 26 and NFL 26. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Until next time, it's about Vision for Life. Peace.